So, as you increase in the input, there is also an increase in the output. But at this point, dito, medyo yung curve natin ay pataas. Kaya lang, yung slope niya ay paliit ng paliit. Slope, ano? So, at a certain point in here, outside na, no? Sa labas, ay meron tayong ano, pwedeng magiging horizontal line yan. So, yun na yung natin, yung abot lang niya. Maximize. Maxima niya, no? Maximum. Maximum point. Okay? So, therefore, kung tutusin, kung mag-stop dyan sa yan, sa 5 or at best sa 4, no? Sa input. So, parang ganito yan, ano? Pag meron kang kwarto na kayang palimigin ng 1 horsepower, 1 horsepower na aircon, bakit ka pa gagamit ng 2 horsepower? Di aksaya lang yun sa kuryente. So additional power consumption. Hindi mo naman kailangan yung sobra-sobra. Yan, parang ganun yung ano. So hindi kailangan ng input na sobra-sobra. Okay na yung 1 horsepower, kaya nang palamigin yung kwarto. Ano? Ito pang isang example, no? Sa sample din natin ay sa farming. Let's say sa farming, sa isang hektarya, although hindi ako farmer, ano, meron lang number of bags of fertilizer na pwedeng gamitin. Okay. Dagdagan mo man ng dagdagan, hindi na proportionate. Malulugi ka lang lalo. So, meron lang kanyan, number of bags. Yung mga farmer ang father dyan, pwede nyo silang tanungin. Totoo ba yung sinasabi ni Sir Jerry? Tanungin nyo. Siyempre, meron lang silang number of bags na gagamitin. So, hindi lampas-lampas doon kasi hindi na proportionate yung increase in output to that of the increase in input. Okay? Sandali, pandarin ko lang yung electric fan ko, mainit na. Hey Google, turn on master fan.
Okay, turning the master fan on.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, yun ano. So, hindi kailangan dagdagan yung input
Sure.
para magkaroon ng maraming output kasi there is the maximum na pwedeng ma-reach dyan sa output. Okay? So next, we have chapter 2 na tayo, no? Chapter 2. Any question, by the way, sa chapter 1? Any question sa chapter 1? Are there any questions sa chapter 1? If none,
sir.
then I will now proceed to chapter 2.
Yes, sir.
Interest. Interest is the amount of money paid for the use of borrowed capital or the income produced by money which has been loaned. Yung maingay din ba dyan yung dating dyan nung electric fan ko?
Okay
Hindi
lang,
naman
sir.
po, sir.
Hindi
sir.
po.
Okay. So let's continue. There are two viewpoints in here according to the definition. No? The amount of money paid by use of borrowed capital. That is in the viewpoint of the borrower. Okay? Viewpoint of the borrower. And then the next one, is the income produced by money which has been loaned. So this is sa viewpoint ng lender. So yung definition in here is of the two viewpoints. Okay? So let's say for example, I borrowed a certain amount of money, say 100. So with that, after a certain period, which is of course the period of our contract. Period of our contract. Let's say nagbayad ako ng 110. So may pasobra, di ba? May excess dun sa hiniram ko. 100 yung hiniram ko. So that 10 pesos, additional 10 pesos there is the interest. And that is actually 10%. 10% kasi ko. That is 10 over 100. That is 0.1 or that is equivalent to 10%. Okay. So next. Simple interest. By the way, interest may be simple or compounded. Later on, i-discuss natin yan. Maraming klase ng interest kasi. Pero dito, we focus on the simple interest and compound interest. Yung nominal interest is just a part of the compound interest yan. Okay. So, simple interest is calculated using the principal only, ignoring any interest that had been accrued in preceding interest period. So, this is how simple is calculated. Parang ganito lang yan, ano? Nangutang ako ng 100. So, binayaran ko ng 110 at the end of the period. Pero hindi ko nabayaran. Okay, 110. Ang mag-earn ng interest is just the 100 pesos. So, the next period, at the end of the next period, I will only pay 120. Okay? Assuming na hindi ko pa nabayaran, sa next period ulit, that is actually the end of the third period na, I will pay 130. Okay, so 10 pesos ng 10 pesos lang yung nadagdag. It is because it is simple interest, and that in simple interest, what will earn is just the principal. Okay? Yung inutang ko lang, hindi na mag-i-interest yung interest pa. Okay? So, as simple as that. No? Kasi pag yung interest ay mag-i-interest pa, that is already compound interest. Patong-patong na yon. So, ito ay simple interest. Ba't hindi ko yung mouse ko? Sige. Okay. I is equal to PNI where yun na sinasabi ko. Dali lang tumalon. Okay. So, where I is the interest, P is the principal or present worth, that is yung capital, ano? That is the original amount borrowed. N is the number of interest periods. In simple interest, by the way, usually this is for less than a year. Usually less than a year na pag-uutang at saka pagbabayad, no? Less than a year. For example, umiram ako, payable in 3 months, mga ganon, no? So less than a year. So the number of periods here, N, is just a fraction. Okay? Fraction siya. I is the rate of interest per interest period, and F is the accumulated amount. Okay? F, the accumulated amount, ito na yung kanina na binabanggit ko na 110 at the end of the period. Okay, so yung FI, yung 110, yung P ay yung 100, yung I therefore is the difference, which is of course the interest. So F is equal to P plus F is equal to P plus I. Okay? So I is equal to P and I. F is equal to P plus I, where I is equal to P and I. So therefore, F is also equal to P plus times the quantity 1 plus Ni. Okay? So that is only for simple interest. So simple interest, by the way, can be ordinary or exact. It is very easy to identify on whether the problem is to use ordinary or to use exact simple interest by the dates. Kung binigay yung exact date na, no? Kung kailan hiniram at kung kailan babayaran, therefore, simple interest. Kung sinabi lang months and days, ordinary simple interest. Okay. So ordinary simple interest is computed on the basis of 12 months. Okay, meron tayong 12 months. Pero 30 days each. Kasi hindi natin alam kung kasama ang February doon. Di ba? So, inassume lang natin na 30 days lahat. Kasi wala naman tayong basis other than yung month lang na sinasabi dito. So 30 days each. Then we have or 360. That is 30 times 12. Okay. So one interest period then is 360 days. So yun. Yun yung 1 year. 1 year niya, no? 1 year sa ordinary simple interest. For the exact simple interest is based on the exact number of days in a year. 365 days for ordinary year and 366 days for leap year. One interest period is therefore equal to 365 days or 366 days. Okay, depende dun sa year. Let's say, by the way, you should know how to determine if the year is a leap year. Okay. So, say 2020, ngayon yun, no? 2020, if it is exactly divisible by 4, it should be leap year. Okay, so 2020 is exactly divisible by 4, meaning yung result niya ay full number. No? So 2020 therefore is exactly divisible by 4 and therefore it's a leap year. Say 2018. 2018 is not a leap year because 18 is not exactly divisible by 4. Okay, so 2016 leap year. Yan. So how about the exact number of days? We should also be able to identify the number of days in each month. Okay? Each month. So in a leap year, February is 29. Okay. Others, pag hindi leap year, common year, or ordinary year, February is 28 days. No? 28 lang. So, it's like what I told you a while ago. You should know the days in a month. Okay. Let's say for example, January is 31. Yung dati kasi tinuro sa amin yung sa knuckle lang namin. Knuckle, itong feast. Pag ginanyan mo yung fish mo, makikita mo yung ano ba ito? Knuckle mo, makikita yung knuckle, meron yung maumbok. So, yung 4 lang, no? Yung 4 na umbok na yan, 31 yung taas, yung sa baba 30, except February of course. And then pabalik uli. Pero ulit dun sa last. So January is 31, February is 28 or 29, March is 31, April is 30, May is 31, June is 30, July is 31. Then pabalik. Okay? Pabalik. Bali, kung na yan, August 31 uli. August 31 uli yun. August, September is 30. October is 31, November is 30, December is 31. Na? So, pabalik na yun.
August, sir.
So, doon ang basis natin. Let's have the example, by the way. Example, determine the simple interest on 1,000. Ordinary simple interest ito for 8 months and 15 days. Meron pang ma-attend. Actually, pwede ko na i-deny sana itong entry ng mga to. Okay lang. So, determine the simple interest for 8 months and 15 days. If the rate of interest is 15%. So, we have given P is 1,000, I is 15%, or that is 15% divided by 100%, that is 0.15. Number of days, this one. Since ordinary simple interest siya, 30 days lang in a month. Okay, so 8 times 30 plus 15, we have 255 days. So yung N natin ay 255 over 360. Just like a while ago, just like what I told you a while ago, fraction lang yung N. So it is 255 over 360. And then we have I is equal to PNI 1,000. P is 1,000 times 255 over 360 times 0.15 is 106.25. That is the interest. Okay. So, just in case na that the problem asks for accumulated amount, that is F. So, just add this to P. So, F therefore is 1,000 plus 106.25. So, therefore, it is equal to 1,106.25. Okay. Yun yung F natin, accumulated amount. Pero wala yun sa problem, no? Just in case na tatanungin lang. Okay, by the way, ang decimal natin ay into decimal places lang. 0.25. Okay? Hindi 0.255, hindi 0.245 or more than that. No? Dahil yung centavo natin. So, ang pinakamaliit lang na denomination natin is the centavo. No? So, hanggang 1 centavo lang tayo. So, that is 1 centavo. Centavo is equal to 100, no? 1 over 100. 1 centavo divided by 100, 0.01 yun. 0.01. So that is the smallest, 0.01. So therefore, if ay yung rules ng rounding, no? Rounding. If the 0.25 in here, can you see the arrow? Yung sa mouse, arrow ng mouse. Oh.
Yes, sir.
Assuming that this is
Yes, sir.
255. Tatlong decimal na yun, 0.255. I mean terminating, no? When I say terminating sa 5 na yun, 255, wala nang kasunod na iba, no? Wala nang kasunod na iba. So 255 lang siya, walang kasunod. If that is the case, 25.255, since the last 5 is preceded by pabalik. By an odd number. Kasi yung 5 ito, 255, ano? So, ito yung nag-precede sa yung sa araw, no? Yan ang nag-precede dun sa 5 na huli. If the third, yung pangatlo, yung third decimal natin na 5 na terminating is preceded by an odd number, you should round up. So magiging 2.26 yan. Magiging 0.26 ito. Okay. Let's say 2.245 naman. Terminating pa rin. 0.245. 0.245. No other numbers. So, the 5 there is preceded by an even number. An even number. So, there's no need to round up the 4. So, 0.245 terminating at that is just 0.24. Okay? 0.24. So, yun yung pagkakaiba, no? So, yung number na nag-precede dun sa 5. Of course, kung sobra, 0.2451, etc., automatic na yun. 0.25 na rin yun. Ito ay para lang sa third decimal na terminating sa 5. Okay? So that is the rule of rounding. Anyway, subukan nyo sa calculator nyo kung pwedeng iset sa 2 decimals lang. At saka tignan nyo kung anong magiging rounding niya. Okay? So yun yung rule natin sa rounding. So kailangan 2 decimals lang. 44, 45 na. May nag-a-attend pa. 15 minutes na lang. You're late. Okay. Next example is for exact simple interest. Exact simple interest. Determine the simple interest on 800 pesos for the period from January 10 to October 28, 2012 at 16% interest. Okay, meron mga example dun sa book sa book natin. Hindi ko kinopya yun. Hindi ko kinopya. Binago-bago ko lang ng konti. So, anyway, kahit na yan lang yung example nyo, pag nasusundan nyo, okay lang naman. Okay. So, let's proceed. So, makikita nyo din sa problem, no? Merong date. Starting date. Saka yung end date niya. So pag meron yan, automatic exact simple interest lang. Exact simple interest yan. So P is 800. P is 800. I is 16%, that is equal to 0.16. Number of days. Ito na, mag-a-add na tayo. 10, January 10 to 31. So, 31 minus 10. So, 21 days yun. So, 31 minus 10. No? So meaning, hindi kasama talaga yung January 10 sa pagbibilang dyan. So, siyempre, from January 10, pag January 11 na, 1 ang bilang, di ba? Yan. That is the first day. So, January 10 to 31 is 31 minus 10. So, that is 21 days. February, since it is 2012, and 12 is exactly divisible by 4. So, it is a leap year. So, February, therefore, is equal to 29 days. No? February is equal to 29. Next, March 31, April is 30, May is 31, June is 30, July is 31. Pabalik ko ulit, 31 tayo ulit. August is 31, September is 30, October, yun, 28 days. Okay, yung given, October 28. Then we add 292 days. Since it is a leap year, n therefore is equal to 292 over 366. I is equal to PNI. Okay. Kikita nyo yung 292 doon over 366. 366 dahil leap year yan. So 800 times 292 over 366 times 0.16. We have 102.12. 102.12. Okay? Or read as 102 pesos, 102 pesos and 12 centavos or 102.12 pesos. Okay? So that is exact simple interest. So next. Any question for this exact simple interest? Baka meron kayong di nasusunod. Any question?
Sir.
Wala po, sir.
Okay, so clear So 366 pag leap year, 365 pag ordinary or common year. So cash flow diagram. So a while ago, we have a definition for interest in the viewpoint of the borrower and the viewpoint of the lender. So, ito ngayon yun sa cash flow diagram. So, arrow up indicates cash